Okay, welcome to the tutorial for the APA style of referencing. Mm, Today we're going to just look briefly at what we were talking previously about in the other class. I just want to uh, just zoom this up a bit. There we go. Okay, as you can see, um, the APA uses a author date system, right? So here, as you can see, you've got your authors. Okay, let me just zoom this up for you so you can see properly. As you can see here, we've got our authors and you've got your year, and we use the round brackets. Okay, if you have one author, then you won't need that. But if you have more than one author, you use the ampersand, right? That's this little guy. Um, Now, this is called in-text referencing, right? So when you're writing your article, in the text, you'll say, for example, um, eating a lot of chocolate or eating excessive chocolate causes weight gain in older adults, right? Then you're going to say comma, you're going to say round brackets, then Smith and Bruce, comma, the year 2018, close brackets. Okay, so that means Smith and Bruce said eating a lot of chocolate is going to make you gain weight. Now, this occurs in the text, right? Now, if you look here, you will see this is the same thing except for this little addition. Now, this little addition means if you are using a quote. So if you are quoting directly from their work, you must say what page the quote is on. All right. So 25 to 26, you can find that particular quote. Right now, this is in the text. Now, remember what I said in the previous class. What happens in the text is that mm, when you put it in the text, you also have to put it in the reference. Okay, so here we're going to look at the reference list. Now, the reference list, first you must use the title, as I mentioned in the previous class, references, right? Here, as you can see, references, right? And you must also use an alphabetical listing, right? A to Z. Okay. The alphabetical listing is by the name or surname of authors. Okay. And don't forget to indent your, let me just erase this so you can see. Don't forget to indent your work. Okay. This indentation must have 5 to 7 spaces. Use double spacing. Okay. Unless you got a URL, okay, DOI, which you put the full stop. If you do the full stop, then it's going to mess with the website link. Okay, so in your reference list, you're going to prepare a full reference. Okay, so this is an example of a journal article um, that you would use. So as you can see here, you've got your author, your year, the title of the article, the journal title, right? In italics, you can see it's all slanted forward. Don't forget to indent, right? We've indented 5 to 7 spaces. Here again, you can see the page numbers of the citation itself, right? Maybe it was a direct quote, so you have to put the page numbers. And here's your DOI, okay? Your DOI. So remember, there's no full stop here. Okay, so this is in your reference list, which occurs at the end of your journal article. So not towards the beginning. Okay, so we're just gonna 86 that page and bring this one up here. Now, if it's a book, um, this is all on Google Classroom, by the way. You can go to Google Classroom and have a look at it in greater detail later, right? So the book, if you're looking at the book, then you will see here, okay, the same system applies, right, to the book. You've got your author, okay, your year, you got your title, the edition of the book, who published the book. Again, don't forget to indent. If you're gonna put your DOI, you'll add your DOI here. Okay. add your DOI here. You put your DOI. In that case, you're not going to end off with a full stop like you have here. Okay, but now this is the book that, as it appears in your reference list. Okay, in the reference list. So just gonna go here, 86 stats. Okay, and now we're coming to the part that most people struggled with, right? For some reason, but we're gonna look at websites. Now, it's highly likely that for your research, you'll use a lot of websites, seeing as some of your research may not be, uh, uh, it'll be difficult to find journal articles with that particular topic. So if you can't and you are using websites, this is how it goes. So if you are referring to an entire website, then as you can see here, okay, uh, this is an in-text, okay, oh dear. What did I just do? Okay, this is an in-text reference, right? Um, in that case, you can just use this. You don't need to say anything else. If you're referring to the whole website, right? You can say these United Nations policies are outlined on the International Narcotics Control Board website. Then the website, right? However, if you are using a specific page there, you can cite again the name, right? Name of the author, authoring body, okay? Here, the date that it was created or last revised, right? So in this case, International Narcotics Board, and here's the date, 1999. Okay, that's in text. Now, if you are using in text, remember, it must appear on your reference list. So at the end of your article, you have your reference list. So here at the reference list, you're going to, once again, author, you're going to have year, you're going to have the title of the document, retrieved from, okay, and then the URL, okay? So this is what it looks like. You've got the author. If there is no author, then you're going to say who wrote this, and you're going to use the year, the date it was made, and here the title of the document, and then retrieved from, and this is the URL. Okay. So this is basically what you're looking at for your reference list for the website, right? So 86 that. Now, what happens if your website has no author, right? So here we go. In the text, you're going to use the title, right? The website title and date, right? So for example, Land for Sale on the Moon, 2007. Don't forget to use double quotation marks, right? These guys. And of course, your round brackets. Now, in your reference list, you're going to do this, right? In your reference list, you're going to use the title, the date, and retrieved from Own Land Registry. That's if we don't know who the author is, okay? Let's say, what happens if it has no date? Okay, so in the text, you're gonna whoever wrote it, right? Art NSW and ND, right? Let me just take this out. You're welcome to go and have a look at this, so you can see a clean page on Google Classroom. So you're gonna have arts, the arts NSW. These guys wrote it, and then no date, ND, N.D. which means no date. But then when you go to your reference list, remember, if it appears in your research article, it has to appear in your reference list, right? Both are they're mutually dependent on each other. You can't have it in one without the other, okay? Unless in one or two special circumstances, but mostly if they're in your research article, they're in your reference list. So as you can see, this is how you do the reference list. You've got the author or the, the authoring body in this case, no date, right? You've got your New South Wales Premier's Literary Awards, right? That's the article retrieved from. Then the website HTML. Okay, so as you can see, mm, this is how you do a website. Now this is also on Google Classroom for you to have a good look at later. There are others here. For example, I'm not going to go through this now because should you use this dictionaries and wikis and so on, I've put it on Google Classroom. Please reference this and have a look later at your own pleasure. All right. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a nice day further.